everybody, I'm the Celiac Bootlegger and I'm discovering ways to enjoy alcohol without the stomach ache. Today we're looking at a blonde ale from Glutenberg, a dedicated gluten-free brewery based in Montreal, Canada. I got this at my local ABC store in Florida. That's the only place that sells it in town. But I know it's also sold at Whole Foods markets, most of them, and we'll put a link in the show description to the brewery's website. It came in a 16-ounce pack of tall boys and ran me about $11, which breaks down to about $2.75 per can. It's got a good color. It's blonde, just as advertised. The blonde ales are a style that sit between, your craft beer IPAs and your major domestic lagers, like a Budweiser. It's just a little bit more hoppy and bitter than a domestic lager, but it's still easy drinking and pretty low in alcohol content. This beer has an alcohol content of 4.5%. A lot of gluten-free beers that are on the market out there, they're not actually gluten-free. They're called gluten-removed, which uses some kind of enzyme process to supposedly break down the gluten proteins that occur in beer. The science on that is extremely dubious, however. A lot of it hasn't really been proved or properly tested yet. So this is a beer that is 100% safe for celiacs, such as myself. All right, it's pretty impressive. So it's a little sweeter than a traditional wheat beer, not significantly sweeter. It still has that traditional yeasty beer taste. The mouthfeel for a gluten-free beer is really on point. A lot of gluten-free beers don't nail that. With gluten-free beer, you can't expect it to be one-to-one to gluten beer. Like when I was young and first getting into music on my own, my favorite band was Muse, and they're a British rock band, and I wanted to find another band like them. So Pandora told me to listen to Radiohead, and I went and listened to Radiohead, and I was mad at first because I didn't think they were like Muse at all. But the problem with it was I wanted something exactly like that other band, and you just can't find two bands that are exactly the same. So with gluten-free beer, you also can't expect it to be exactly like the real thing. But this is a damn good imitation. It says here it's made from corn and millet, which millet is a less popular grain. It's like a staple food in places like the USSR, or the former USSR. It's also got some sugar added into it on the ingredients list, it says, and that is not actually traditional for beer. Your wheat beers, your gluten beers, they do not have sugar added because there's naturally occurring sugar in the malted barley that they use to produce things like Budweiser and all commercial beers. If I had to guess, I would say that Glutenberg probably added the sugar into this product to get the beer's alcohol content up to that 4.5%. It's possible that the corn and the millet that they used in here is just not enough, doesn't have enough sugar in it to get it naturally up to that 4.5%. So they add some sugar. It gives the yeast a little something extra to eat and turn into extra alcohol, and therefore it gets up to that 4.5%. And that amount of alcohol also contributes to the flavor and emulating that proper beer taste, which I think we definitely have here. Of all the gluten-free beers I've tasted, this is definitely one of the best. I'm not like a huge, can't say when I did drink beer that I had a lot of blonde ales, so I don't have a lot of other things to compare it to. But it's really smooth, and it doesn't have that unusual mouthfeel or off-putting sweetness like some other brands do. I've had some gluten-free beers that are made from like sorghum and whatnot, and they're almost as sweet as like a hard cider, and that's definitely not what you want when you're getting a beer. Glutenberg also sells some other styles too that I like to try. I think they have like a pale ale and a stout and probably an IPA in there. If Glutenberg is available in your area, definitely try to give it a shot. If you can afford it, it is definitely one of the best options for gluten-free beer. We'll be back again soon with more gluten-free bootlegger content. Just a reminder that alcohol is an addictive, mind-altering substance. It can ruin friendships, families, your body if not treated with caution and respect. So please be self-aware about your own drinking habits. If you like the vlog, I also write other stuff which you can find on NASCARnoir.com. There's short stories, interviews with people that I think are cool, some writing on culture and life in the South as I experience it. And I also have a band of the same name, NASCAR Noir. That's NASCAR like the sport, Noir. We're on Spotify, on Bandcamp, and all other major streaming services. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.